Alright guys, this is Sled for PlayStation 1. Came out 1999 by Electronic Arts. It's one of my favorite racing games of all time. Grew up playing this game as a kid, if you know about it, and then you know about Dracula by Rob Zombie. It's on this soundtrack for this game. Very popular. But yeah, this is a snowmobile racing game, as you can see. One of the best, I would say, personally. Really good physics. The movement, it's really hard to master on top of the tricks that you have to be doing along the way. The category that we're going to be running is Open Mountain Championship, which is like the main mode of the game. It's where you'll be able to get cash for winning races and be able to purchase upgrades for your sled that you can use in the quick race or Super Snowcross series. So let's go ahead and get into it. Open Mountain, and I choose Jackal because he has pretty good top speed and handling and stability, and he can do all the tricks. Not all the characters can do all the tricks. I believe Tracy, Geo, and Travis cannot do the backflip, which is pretty important to the run because the backflip gives you 1,500 points, which is the most you can get from one single trick. So we want as much cash as we can get so that we can get our upgrades as soon as possible. In Jackal, you would have to unlock from the Super Snowcross series by getting a certain amount of points. I think it's 50,000 at the end, but you can unlock them with cheat codes as well. All right, so first things first, we have to set up our upgrades. They're already set up because I did a pre-run, but the first upgrade we're going to purchase is Sure Start. In this game, when you crash, you have to crank your sled to get it started again, depending on what position you are in. If you're in first place, it takes 3. If you're in last, it takes 1. You know, common sense. But with Sure Start, no matter what position we're in, when we crash, we'll just start without having to pull our sled, which is great because we're going to be crashing quite a bit on purpose. The skips in this category are huge. I'm going to be comparing them to my best times for the no skip category. The no skip category is really fun as well, but this will showcase the run as fast as possible. So after we bought Sure Start, the next thing we will be purchasing is triple pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and just set it here so that when we finish the race, we'll come back and we'll still be here. So the timer starts when I select yes to ready the race, and the time stops when the current standing pops up in the last track of the championship. So let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Pine Valley. Skip is coming up at you pretty fast. If you grew up playing this game, you're gonna be blown away and upset at the same time. Trust me.
3, 2, 1.
So all I gotta do is pass a checkpoint right here, turn around, and crash up against this wall. Game thinks we're on this side. Complete a lap. It's pretty stupid that it works, but the movement for it can be a little difficult because you're in a sled, it's snow, so we're sliding all over the place. That's what I love about this game. No lap is ever the same. You're always having to compensate for your positioning. There's no dead time. There's no like waiting for something to be happening other than load screens. So we just got $500 for winning that race, which is nice, but we still don't have enough cash to purchase triple pipes. But each race will be getting $500 more. So we'll get $1,000 here at Kodak Canyon. Another big skip coming at you. There is a specific checkpoint up here that we got to cross over. Except this time we don't have to crash. Oh, there's the bunny. The bunny will give you points if you hit him. So that was the skip right there. We have to line up right here at a 45. and jump right across. If we clip right over there, we can skip over that checkpoint barrier. And I barely made that one. Oh, I failed to mention Pine Valley, the skip saves 1:23, and then Kodak Canyon saves almost 2 minutes, 1:57 seconds, compared to my best time on the no skip. So we still don't have enough cash yet. After Hardpack here, we will. Hardpack has a pretty interesting skip. It's one of the most difficult for me personally, just because I overthink it, and plus it says Hardpack in the name.
2, 1, go!
So we're gonna try to do a backflip here. Yes, we got it. Turn around right here. We passed that checkpoint, and we're gonna crash right here by holding a trick. Crossed over that checkpoint barrier and completed a lap. We just repeat that process. Now it's pretty easy to land the trick. If you're too far to the right, you'll just land it.
Final lap.
Too far to the left, and you'll land it as well. I went really far out that time, but it's better safe than sorry. Make sure you cross that checkpoint. It's like right where, like in the midway point of that rock in the middle. So that was Hardpack. And that saves 2 minutes and 11 seconds from the no skip category. So we should get enough cash. Yes, we do. Plenty of cash. Buy those triple pipes and go on to Eagle Ridge. Now, Eagle Ridge does not have a skip right now. It does have a skip that we'll be able to do later in the run in the After Hours series, but we need specific upgrades to do it.
2, 1.
We just don't have the speed and stability to do it right now. So we'll actually see the full track for once. Alright, got a nice backflip off there. A little bit of damage boost from that sign. Don't really want to go for signs. They only give you 50 points, which is not really worth it. And their hitboxes are really strange. We got a nice clear day at Eagle Ridge, which is nice. That barricade can bounce you sometime, which is really annoying. Alright, we're hoping for Bunny. The Bunny will spawn right here. If he is, he is! Nice that he showed up for us today. He has a 50% chance of showing up. And as you saw, we got 7,500 points, which is 750 bucks right there. So I just did the boulder clip into a rock climb. That saves 4 seconds from the traditional route. Really fun shortcut to do. Definitely takes some practice to get lined up for that. We're gonna take this turn a little sharper. And if you bounce just right as you do a trick, you can do tricks off of like small little humps in this game. I call them minis. So you don't have to have a lot of airtime to do big tricks. So that was a one-footed can-can into Superman. That's the easiest combo to pull off. So if I can alternate between, there's only a few tricks that I really need to be doing. There's the one-footed can-can to Superman combo, backflip, kick out. I do the look back just because it cannot crash over anything. No matter where I do it, I'll always land it. Same with like no footer and no handers. That was really good. That lineup can be pretty difficult sometimes. Easy to flip over. So this is really where we're just farming for cash. We're just getting all the cash so we can purchase all those upgrades. Not the best lineup there. We want to stay on the ground as much as possible because that's where we're keeping all our speed. When we go up in the air, we lose speed. Don't want to do that. That's called a decade, 28 frames to pull that off. Pretty smooth. Alright, we're hoping the bunny spawned. There's a possibility that he can respawn on the 3rd lap. So I hope he's there. That'd be really great. He didn't respawn. I could have hit him too hard. He just couldn't make it back from there. All right. But just the fact that he showed up once is really good. It's pretty decent rock climb there. This run's not reliant on the bunny. It used to be. There was an upgrade that I was purchasing that I thought was needed for this run, but it's the light chassis. It's $4,000, so found out you don't need to purchase it, so you don't really need the bunny. But if you do get him, it's a nice cushion, a little safety net, just in case if you don't do tricks very well. So we're going to the Foggy series here. So we're going back to Pine Valley, but it's gonna be foggy. It's changed a little bit just because I have some new upgrades, so the movement's gonna feel a little strange.
3, 2, 1,
Just with the triple pipes. Plus the game acts a little bit different, just because of the weather conditioning. I believe since it's in the fog, it's not rendering as much as ahead of me, so it's actually faster. Now if I cross over the finish line too, like I have to go back and cross the checkpoint right here. Checkpoint's like halfway up that hill. And a 33, that's really slow if I was actually doing a perfect run. Supposed to be getting 31s. So we got $1,000 for that, that's nice. So the next thing we're gonna be purchasing is the excuse me, Pro Racing Chip. We need $10,000. Pro Racing Chip's gonna give us like overall boost all our stats for like speed, stability, handling, acceleration.
3, 2,
So back at Kodak Canyon, this is just all about consistency at this point. Making sure you get the right lineup. Very nice, very nice. Let's do some Supermans off this. Let's get some style points. There we go.
final lap.
Just let my sled slide a little bit. Alright, nice. Not bad.
A new record.
Now I think after hard pack we'll have enough cash to purchase our racing ship. A lot of people would say, "Oh, you're doing the same tracks again." Yes, but with the new upgrades, it just changes the movement just a little bit, that you like get comfortable with the muscle memory of the first times. But it changes it up on you. All right, let's see if I can. Nice, very nice. It's easy to over jump that as well. All right. Spin around there. So we've crashed in all the right places. Oh no, reset.
Final lap.
Got the backflip. Hopefully I crossed the checkpoint. It felt pretty early. Let's see. Okay, good, good. There's no fine line of where that checkpoint is. So I still, it's like a mystery. Sometimes I backed up many times to see if it's right here and then cross, but there's no way of actually knowing. So we have enough for Pro Racing Ship. Got a lot more speed for Eagle Ridge. This is the last time that we'll be fully driving Eagle Ridge. We'll come back to it in the After Hours series and be able to skip it. So hopefully we'll get the bunny again. That'd be awesome. Alright, lost my... avoided the sign, which is nice. And it's very easy to clip into the ground in this game you can adjust your sled by holding down and up on your D-pad. A lot of times you're just trying to go with the flow of the slopes as much as you can. If you go against it, it's easy to get stunned. Okay, we just had to backtrack on him. We got him though. Now that, yep. If the racers ever go ahead of you like that, they're really far ahead. They're probably gonna do a trick and crash so that you can catch up. So it's best to stay to the right if that ever happens. Rubber banding's pretty good in this game. If I wasn't doing the shortcuts, it's actually very hard to keep up with the racers. Especially if you don't have any of the upgrades. Alright. Now, I haven't gotten stunned yet, so you don't see what that looks like, but hopefully I don't. Excuse me, my nose itches. Alright. So we got double Bunny. We got Bunny in the daytime and we got him in the fog series. So this is a really good run so far. It doesn't even matter if he respawns on the third lap, which I think he will. There's a probability when you when you run over him and he goes underneath your sled, for some reason that makes him respawn. Very nice rock climb. As I said, this movement's just, it's so addicting to get down. It's so hard to master. I've been running this game for a year and I still struggle with certain turns.
Final lap.
The final lap. See if the bunny shows up. And in this game, if you do the same trick, repeat the same trick in a row, you'll only get like a quarter of the points. So it's very important that you cycle through different tricks, get the max point value. All right, slow down. You didn't want to. Didn't want to revive. No monster reborn. It's all right. Don't really need him. Wow, that was really good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was really nice. Usually you're supposed to slow down just a little bit so that your sled tilts back so that you can get better traction to climb up that wall there.
First place.
But the way I exited that boulder clip, it gave me enough tilt to it.
A new record.
It's pretty good. It's not bad, Eagle Ridge Fog series, but next time we come back here, we're going to be skipping it. And it's one of the coolest skips in the game. So we're going into new country. What we're going to purchase is Razor Skis. It's going to give us some handling and stability so that we can do this skip right here. I'm doing a commentated run right now, Barbex. So it's the commentated overlay. So here is glacial grind. So across the checkpoint right here, right over the mountain, turn around, line up right here, and if I get this just right, the right speed and angle, I clip into these two walls and start climbing up. And the game thinks the only way that I could have crashed at that height was that I was somewhere further down on the track where the boat is on this course. So it places you like in this mid-range like area where it doesn't know what to do with you, and if you back up you can clip into that checkpoint barrier. All right, okay. There's a sweet spot for clipping into that. If you don't get it, you'll just go diving down into the map, into the abyss,
A new record.
or you'll just get shot out. So that's why we have the Razor Skis for the stability. Now we're going into Goat's Bluff. Goat's Bluff. Oh, and the Glacial Grind, that saves 2 minutes and 19 seconds from the no skip category. So, and here's Goat's Bluff. We have to drive quite a ways to actually get to the actual skip or the checkpoint itself. I just did a perfect start right there. As you saw, like I got a boost. If you hold accelerate and let go right as the one is at its smallest point, you'll get a boost. Let the racers go by, turn around, jump down here, crash over here, and we should respawn. Yep. And that's a lap. So it's all about optimizing these jumps right here, trying to stay on the ground as much as possible, because that's where we can save as much time and be able to turn around as fast as we can right here. Checkpoint's right here. Alright. That looks solid to me. Goat's Bluff has been pretty mysterious with its skips. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't for odd reasons, so. Doing a commentated run for a submission. Alright. That looked good. That looked really good. If too far to the left, you'll cross over a checkpoint at that little jump, and it'll cancel out the checkpoint that you crossed earlier. Too far to the right, there's like an invisible barrier that'll bounce you off to the left, and if you land down in a certain area, it'll register that you're down there instead of up above. Very, very tricky sometimes. So we're going into the after hours series, so it's nighttime. So we're back at Pine Valley again. I know, back at Pine Valley. Yeah, any it could be for AGDQ, it can be for pace. I'm sending this one into pace. So back at Pine Valley. Now it's nighttime, so it's kind of hard to see, but not too bad. You just turn up the brightness for your monitor, it'll be fine. But the game does run a little bit differently in the nighttime, especially when you're around the racers. Kind of buffers a bunch. I hope that worked. Okay, good. Alright, last one. Nice, very nice. You can purchase lights, but as much as I played the game, I just know where I'm going. If you're doing the no skip category, then I recommend getting some lights. Back at Kodak Canyon, same thing. We're just trying to stay consistent. Alright, and that perfect start that was discovered, it was only like a month ago that I found it. Took us 20 years, actually 21 years now to find it. 2020. There's, oh, did I get it? Okay, good. Yeah, there's nothing in the manual that teaches you about the perfect start. Nothing online. Okay, that was kind of slow, but just wanted to make sure I clipped over that mountain edge right. Alright, so we're saving up cash for the 600cc engine. We already have enough, thanks to the bunny. But we're not going to purchase it just yet, because it's best to not have the 600cc going into hard pack. Yes, it was actually meant by the developers for the perfect start, because if you go into time trial mode and you try to execute the perfect start, it doesn't work, which makes sense, because if you get perfect start in the first lap, then there's no way you're gonna beat your first lap time because it had a boost to it. So it was intended and it was never put into the manual, which is very interesting to me. But I would love to talk to developers about this game. Really want to pick their brain on, or I want to find out what's up with the bunny. What's his deal? Why does he not spawn sometimes? was a pretty good hard pack. It can go pretty bad, really fast, getting out of lineup. Alright, so we're going into Eagle Ridge Skip. So we gotta purchase our upgrades here. This could be a run killer. So 600cc and then a racing tune-up. We have a lot of cash left over, which is really nice. So this is going to be another wall ride, just like Glacial Grind. We're gonna have to get a specific lineup and clip into 2 walls. And there's only one place you can go, and that is up. Hopefully the racer does not follow me. Okay, good. Alright, so back up a little bit. Here we go. Clip in, hold forward. Okay, we made it. Alright, and then we just casually drop back down. And that's a lap. This skip can be a little difficult when it comes to this lineup right here. You have to accelerate and then turn as you're accelerating. I might flip over, guys. Okay, we got it. I think the racing tune-up really helps. It's a temporary upgrade. Now, if you jump from there and cross over the finish line, it will not count the lap. You have to be on the ground. Alright. That's what not to do. Alright. Getting this lineup could be pretty hard to see. Alright. Should be good. If your sled's tilted up forward like that, that's really good. If you're at a 90 degree in your sled, you're in deep doo-doo. So that was Eagle Ridge Skip. One of my favorite skips to do, just because it's got a lot of risk to it. Alright. So we're going back to Glacial Grind. Same thing, just trying to stay consistent. It's kind of hard to see this line up here in the dark. But we have the 600cc now, so we have plenty of power behind it. Alright, turn around right here. Let's get line up right here. Look for the spot. There we go. Alright, right when we get above that mountain right there, we can crash. I just hold backwards. Leans my sled back. A little too far to the left, but 600cc helps out. Right when I see those flags, that's where I know I can accelerate again. It's very easy to cross the finish line here. And you have to cross the checkpoint again. You waste like 8 seconds. It's pretty good Glacial Grind. Not too bad. 44 would have been best. I think my personal best is actually oh, I don't have it written down. I have the split time, I don't have the actual time. Now, I could have purchased a temporary upgrade here, but I didn't get a perfect start. Darn. Goat's Bluff is the only place you can do it. I just got stunned there for the first time. Wow. Alright. Oh, see ya, Ryan. Let the racers go by. Turn around. It was really slow, but it's alright. But yeah, the physics in this game, like this is... I've ridden on a snowmobile, and this is what it feels like. I didn't go off jumps and stuff, though. Alright. And I'm using bumpers to lean as well when you see my character leaning over. That's not just turning. Oh, it happened. So that time I bounced and didn't ride it out. So game registered that I was down there instead of up above. Okay, that should work. There we go. Yeah, that would have been a run killer right there, because this is the biggest skip to miss. If you miss it, you're having to drive all the way back over here. Let's just make sure I get this one down. Oh my gosh. That could have been really bad, guys. Racers could have clipped me and knocked me out of the way. Which has happened before. More trying to get the first cycle on the first lap. Alright, so we're going into the finishing. So these are the last two tracks. So what I need to purchase is, I need to sell 600, get 800, and then we buy power reverse, because we're going to be doing a wall ride, but not your traditional wall ride. We're going to be doing a backwards wall ride. So this was found by Jaunty. Shout out to Jaunty. He's a speedrunner in this community. We were actually both searching for this, and he found this. All right, so back up into this corner here. Clip in. Okay, we didn't get the good angle. Let's get better camera angle. So start to the left, veer over, clip in, veer to the right, and crash. And there you go. Skipped Perilous Pass, which actually is one of the hardest tracks. All right, getting that better camera angle. See, again, it's the fact that I crashed at a specific height that the game's like, the only way that you could have crashed at that height was that you were at this jump. Alright, let's do this again. So power reverse is one of those upgrades I thought did not have a use, but it does. This one has the most tech into it, and the feel takes a while to get the feel for it. I actually made a tutorial video on my YouTube channel if anybody wants to check that out. Has the inputs on there so you can watch what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going into the last track. I just purchased the racing tune-up because I could, you know, go and sell all my upgrades and purchase, you know, the fastest stuff, but that would take as much time as just going into the race. So here's Lost Peak. Let's see if I can get perfect start. I did. It was a little delayed. So we crashed over there. Checkpoint manipulate up here. Turn around, drop back down. Crash into this corner. Spawns us behind the finish line. And I'm doing a trick to crash faster. If you don't, you'll just land on that ledge and slide around a little bit sometimes. That might have been far to the left, but there's a really good backup strat if it doesn't. Okay, it worked. The backup strat is you can just veer off to the right around that mountain edge and it'll spawn you behind. It loses like 7 seconds, but it's better than driving all the way over. Crossing the checkpoint again. Alright, time's coming up. When the current standing pops up. Time 30:54. Not bad, not bad. World record's 29:50 by me. But yeah, this is Sledstorm, Open Mountain Championship skip category. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We need more runners for this game. It just has really challenging movement. I highly recommend checking out the no skip category as well. It just really, you actually get to see all the tracks, because tracks are really good in this game. Level design is really nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys want to go over to the Sledstorm Discord, you just go to speedrun.com. Yeah, speedrun.com/Sledstorm. All the Discord is in there as well. You just click on there. All the guys in there are really cool, just like me. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a good one.